saw a medrash, Koheles, last night. The medrash brings down En ha-Torah niknes elo bekahal. You cannot acquire the Torah unless you have a group of people learning Torah. If you look in the Mishnah Avos, Perek Vov, Mishnah Vov, chapter 6, Mishnah 6. The Mishnah says in Avos, the Mishnah Avos says as follows. Torah has been acquired in 48 ways. Talmud, Shmias Oizen, Chas Vasayim, Binas Alei, Shimush Chachomim, you need to serve Chachomim, Ubedikduk Chaverim, and Bepilpul HaTalmidim. Shimush Chachomim means you have to serve rabbis. Dikduk Chaverim, what does Dikduk Chaverim mean?
Argumentation between two.
Come close, I cannot hear you. In the light of the sun, the eyes, I can't see for your face.
Yeah, discussion between two students.
So that's called Dikduk Chaverim. And what is Pilpul HaTalmidim?
This is when people, students of rabbi began to ask questions.
Oh. So Dikduk Chaverim means question between two friends, and Talmidim means they ask questions about what the rabbi said. Okay. So all those things make a person to acquire the Torah. But I saw a medrash that has much stronger language. En ha-Torah niknes elo. The word en ha-Torah niknes elo means that's the only way. You can learn the Mishnah 48 ways. If you want to reach the highest heights, you do that. When I say you cannot acquire only, means that's the only way to acquire. Only when you have a group of rabbis or Talmidei Chachomim or Chaverim learning together and fighting over a subject. That's the only way you can acquire the Torah. Now, why is that? As we explained yesterday. The Torah, now where is everyone? Why people aren't coming in? You call everyone? I'm waiting. It's only 5 minutes we have. Not much time. I want people to get the message. I want to speak on one subject about what is Yeshivah about. That's my subject. Yesterday and today, on Shabbos I spoke about it, Motzei Shabbos, Erev Shabbos. What is Yeshivah? So I saw a little bit people lost out what's the value of Yeshivah. People start losing out. What is Yeshivah about? They learn themselves. They think it's a besmedrash. No, Yeshiva is not a besmedrash. The Rosh Yeshiva, Zechatzan, my father writes down in his sefer. I heard it by heart from him many times. That the Yeshiva Chofetz Chaim, where he was in Yeshiva's Chofetz Chaim. A Talmid Chacham came from Europe. Talmid Chacham. And he says, I want to be accepted in Yeshiva. So Yeshiva says, very good. He says, listen, I know how to learn. I learned for many years. And I want to learn the whole Shas, day and night. So the Rosh Yeshiva told him, you don't have a place in my yeshiva. I said, oh. Remember those days, there were not many yeshiva books, there were not many yeshivas. In all America, in 1951, 1948, 49, there's only maybe 2 or 3 yeshivas. In all America. There's no yeshiva. Maybe altogether was maybe 100 bachim, not more. I remember my father sometimes told me that after he got married in 1951, 52, he got married, I don't know the exact year, he went down to Florida, he wanted to go out to honeymoon with his wife, my mother. So he saw, there was an ad in the newspaper that people that wanted to rich people that bought in Florida very expensive cars, convertible cars, the roof opens and this and that. They wanted somebody to take the cars from Detroit or from New York, from the airport, from the port, and bring them down to Florida. So they paid you for free, they paid you money, and they gave you money for gas to drive the car from New York all the way down to Florida for 4 or 5 days, a week. Says, oh, what a great way to have a honeymoon with my wife. I have a place to sleep. They pay me hotel, I'll pay extra money for my wife, maybe a penny or two or so, now I have a honeymoon on the way. The whole story, he goes down to Florida, and he meets Rabbi Kandanovich. Kandanovich was the rabbi that fought against the Nazis to save the Jews in Europe. He was a big Rosh Yeshivah, was Rosh Yeshivah Mir Yeshivah. And he saw my father in a convertible car with a new wife, driving to Florida. So I was going, I started running after my father. Hey, Mordechai, hey, yo, come here. Which means there was only 10, 100 yeshiva bochim. There were 100 rabbis, 200 rabbis came from here. There was only barely yeshiva bochim to teach. He was running out, hey, come on, what's going on? You start talking to him for half an hour. He found yeshiva bochim in Florida. He was all alone. There was no yeshiva, there was no yeshivas. So the Rosh Yeshiva told that guy, no, you cannot enter my yeshiva. He says, what? I'm going to learn Torah all day. Because yeshiva is not a besmedrash. Yeshiva is a place, a school of training to get kinyan HaTorah. Kinyan HaTorah can only be acquired by people, talmidim, diktuk chaverim, and shimush chachomim. You cannot acquire it according to the medrash in Koheles, and HaTorah niknes elo bekohol, bediktuk chaverim, where people are talmidim. Only. There's no other way. They dash in the pasuk netuim b'masmerois. There's a pasuk there in Mishlei, in Koheles, that is, you cannot acquire the Torah only with a chabura, only with a group. Cannot acquire alone. A very simple reason. A person, even the Rosh Yeshiva, the biggest rabbi, and surely Talmidim, cannot reach the high heights of understanding of Sugya. We're not fighting and talking over Arichas Fasayim, people, Talmidim, Duchavei, taking over in the Yeshiva, the Sugya. You can't. If you learn alone in a room, it doesn't work. Even big rabbis, like the Goy Vilna. You heard about the Goy Vilna? Most of the days he was learning alone in this closed room. But he had a time when Chaim Volozhin came, he had Talmidim, and they were talking Torah for hours. And surely in his youth, after a while, the students were way far away from his level, so they wasted his time. So you couldn't learn with them. But you have to, in order to acquire the Torah, especially when you're young, when you start, you must have chabura, a group, a yeshiva. So he told that Bochum, go home, look for another place. But imagine, he telling him, pushing away this guy, means there's no yeshiva. There's no other yeshivas like today, hundreds of yeshivas. He pushes and says, yeshiva is not a besmedrash, yeshiva is a yeshiva. As a training place. So therefore, all the Talmidim in the yeshiva must come to the shiurim. And shiurim is not enough, because then you become a cabbage, just repeating what the rabbis say. That's not what it's about. You have to be the Rosh Yeshiva. I'm just training you out of my thinking in order to apply that you would think. The main learning is after you learn with the Rosh Yeshiva or the rabbi, you review. Then you ask questions and you think about it. And you say your own pshat. Or you understand why this pshat is the best pshat, this is wrong. And you chew it and you internalize it. That's a yeshiva. Otherwise, go learn yourself. That's a besmedrash, not a yeshiva. We have a schos. It's the only yeshiva in the world, probably. I don't know, maybe there's one or two which we don't know. But definitely, I don't know any other yeshiva in the world that exists. Only this yeshiva. Chabura, group of students learning Torah, Chabura. It's a nes. Nes goli. Cannot explain this. I hope Hashem give us a mercy to continue for a long time. Nes goli. People have to take this opportunity. It's a lot on Hashem. Shabbat Chabura. Fight and learning. Emmanuel, what did you learn today? Say it over to your roommate, Melech. He was by me. You by a different rabbi probably, right? What your rabbi said, what his rabbi, who's better, what's better, define, who's this upshot, guess your upshot, your understanding, internalize it. Otherwise, what are you doing in yeshiva? Just a potato? It's not what yeshiva is about. It's not a besmedrish. It's a yeshiva. It's a live, open prayer. We're not afraid. A lot of times, students come to me saying, throw this guy out. He's an apikoides. He has a wrong deus. I'm not afraid in yeshiva. Because yeshiva is an open place. If yeshiva is a closed place, so let's close it down. It's not a closed place. We're not afraid of different ideas, different stuff. Prove it wrong. Cannot prove it wrong, get off the seat. Or go find out the reasons. The yeshiva is a growing place. Open, searching for truth. That's what yeshiva is about. And ena teva niknes ela bechabur. Only, there's no other way. There's no other way to acquire the depths of the Torah. Only bechabur. There Shabbat. She'ol be zoichen. To be part of this nest. Put all your energy. Morning, afternoon, night. You have no worries. You have food. You have electricity. You have a place to learn. You have a place even to play soccer at night. To exercise a little bit. To balance yourself. Just learn Torah day and night. Should give us all a bracha. To coin the Torah not only with Kibul Chaverim, rather than the whole 48 kinyonim. Rabbi Hananya ben Akasho. God HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Nezakis v'Fikach. Yilem Kevich Shnehemah. Arenoi Kovetz Leman Tzikoi. Bil Torah v'Yadin.